All right, now we're going to look at an example where we start off with a whole number in there or a mixed number. Okay. So what if I have 3 1/3 divided by 3/4? We want to take our mixed number. So first step is to change mixed number to improper fraction. Okay, we learned yesterday with our multiplying fractions to use our Texas method. Okay, so we put a plus and a multiplication. And we want to start at the bottom and work our way around to the top. We call that around the world. So 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, 9 plus 1 is 10. Denominator stays the same as 10/3. I haven't done anything with keep, flip, change yet because it's a division. I was just changing this into an improper fraction. So everything else stays the same. So I still have dividing by 3/4. Now I have fractions without whole numbers. So this is where I'm going to use my KFC. Keep, flip, change. I'm keeping the 10/3, flipping to 4/3, the second fraction, and I'm going to change this division to multiplication. So the second step now is to do our KFC. Now that I have multiplication, I'm going to use my multiplication rules with fractions. Either reduce diagonally, don't think I can do that, or multiply straight across. So let's multiply straight across. 10 times 4 is 40. 3 times 3 is 9. 10 times 4, 3 times 3. Can I leave this as 40 over 9? No, you cannot. This is an improper. So at this point, I need to, last thing, change improper back to mixed number. 9 goes into 40 how many times? Not 5. No. Okay, I'm kidding. 4 times, because 9 times 4 is 36. Okay, so our 4 is our whole number. 9 goes into 40 4 whole times. 40 minus 36 is 4 remaining, so that's our numerator. And our denominator stays the same. So 40/9 is equal to 4 4/9. All right. So the last example that we want to look at is now when we have positive or negative numbers. I'm going to take one of our first examples to basically get the whole concept across. All right. So we have 1/2 divided by 3/4. That was our first example. Those are both positive fractions. We knew our outcome was, let me turn back and look, our outcome is 2/3. Okay, but I want to know, what do we do whenever we have a positive or when we put in a negative? So let's make this first fraction a negative. So now I have a -1/2 divided by 3/4. I still follow the same rules as before when they were both positive numbers. Nothing has changed with doing the operation. Okay, so we're still going to use our KFC. So first step is still KFC. Keep, flip, change. And keep that in black. So we have our keep as a negative half. We're going to flip to 4/3 and changing the division to multiplication. The second step is to multiply straight across or reduce diagonally. On this example, I'm going to reduce diagonally. Reduce diagonally. That time I spelled it right. All right, so 2 and 4 can both be reduced by a division of 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. All right, so now that I have the reduction, I can multiply straight across. One times 2 is 2. And 1 times 3 is 3. Don't forget, you have this negative still here. That still needs to be put into this answer. Okay? Because a negative times a positive equals a negative. And we learned that through our tic-tac-toe board. Okay, and this is the one we're looking at. Negative times a positive equals a negative. Or the peace sign. By covering it up, a negative times a positive equals a negative. So our answer is negative 2/3. Okay, obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but the very last step that you always want to consider is always to simplify or reduce. Excuse me. All right, let's do one more example. All right, so last example. So what if we have 2 and 1/4 divided by negative 1 and 1/3. Whoa, wait a minute. We have 2 mixed numbers. No big deal. We just talked about 2 examples ago how to change our mixed number into an improper fraction so that we can use our methods to solve. All right, so back. We want to change first step I'm thinking ahead of myself. We want to change mixed numbers to improper. That's your first step. And we do that by using the Texas method on both. So 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9/4. Haven't done anything with changing the sign or anything just yet. Just still division. Don't try to get ahead of yourself. 3 times 1 is 3, plus the 1 is 4/3. I haven't done anything with this negative either. So 4/3 is still a negative fraction. I have my new problem here of 9/4 divided by negative 4/3. So at this time, I am going to use my KFC. Keep, flip, change. I'm going to keep the 9/4 the same. I'm flipping the negative 4/3 to negative 3/4. And I'm changing the sign from division to multiplication. Now that I have my multiplication, I can reduce diagonally, nope, or multiply straight across. 9 times 3 is 27. 4 times 4 is 16. Don't forget about this negative. We have a positive times a negative. And based on this tic-tac-toe board, we have a positive times a negative, so our answer is negative. On the peace sign, we have a positive times a negative, so the answer is negative. Okay, either method works just fine. Doesn't matter which one you choose. Can I leave a negative 27 over 16? No, this is an improper fraction. We need to change our improper fraction back to a mixed number. Again, I kind of ran out of room, so bear with me. 16 goes into 27 one whole time. If I do two of them, ooh, it does go in 2 times. What about 3? Nope, 3 would be too much. So 16 into 27 2 whole times, because 16 times 2, 6 times 2 is 12. Okay, if you carry the 1, 2 times, oh, nope, it's just 1, isn't it? Because that would be carrying of the 1 is 3. So my bad, I got it wrong. So it is just 1 whole time. So we're subtracting by 16. Okay, so 27 minus 16. So there's my 1 whole. So that was wrong. 1 whole. 27 minus 16 is 11. And the denominator stays the same, 16. And your answer is 1 and 11/16. At this point, we're going to hand out the worksheet for today. We'll do some examples as a class, and then you'll hopefully have some time in class to work on and ask questions if you get stuck, and then the rest would be for homework.